It's a pleasure. You are tuned in to the Uganda Catholic Television. Welcome. It is a Wednesday, the 14th day of May 2025. My name is Sanjay Gloria Abwatch with Uctv News. The Uganda People's Congress Party President Jimmy Akena has pledged to restore the credibility of Parliament by opposing unpopular policies imposed by the regime. While addressing journalists at the UPC headquarters in Kampala today, Akena criticized the government's failure to uphold the democratic ideals it professed upon seizing power in 1986 by flouting democratic principles and transforming public institutions such as Parliament into workshops for endorsing what he referred to as anti-people legislation such as the UPDF Amendment Bill 2025, a legislation against the will of the people.
There was never an issue of democracy. The core of the NRM was to establish itself, and even the definition of what was to be done was to be defined solely by the NRA High Command. So my issue here is that I'm glad that people are waking up to the reality. This has been the fact since the Bush days. We have been accused of being a dictatorship, well and good. Now, what is taking place in Uganda? As UPC, I can proudly say that the 1980 elections was held under the 1967 constitution without amendment. Without amendment. Each time we come to our election cycle, we get all sorts of amendments, all sorts of talks of amendments. Of late, we've got a new one coming on the floor of Parliament. And this one touches on the Political Parties and Organizations Act. During election, all political parties shall receive equal funding. This law has been in place. 2 election cycles, the law has been in place. And that is the very element which the president said that the fact it was not implemented was being unchristian. Now, without implementing it in 2026, you now want to remove it and replace it by something else. That is being diabolical. That is my opinion. That's my opinion of Parliament. From being unchristian, you're now being diabolical because you're trying to undermine the very principles which have been enshrined in the law. But before you implement, you want to change. Each time you want to change. Each time you want to change. To give NRM an unfair advantage. But despite whatever advantage, we are taking them to task. All along, every election we have won, we know we have won it against a lot of stiff opposition. An unfair playing field. And I'm putting them on notice. I, Jimmy Akena, and the Uganda People's Congress will not accept the stage where we have reached. We are going to stand firm on behalf of the people of Uganda, that the people of Uganda can actually play a role in determining their future.
The National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, has indeed introduced enhanced security features on new national ID cards. These features include the integration of iris biometrics, digital images embedded on the card, and optical variable ink for the cardholder's face image. The goal is to improve security and address challenges with fingerprint identification.
As the National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, prepares to embark on the mass enrollment and renewal exercise, an activity slated for 27th this very month, there are a number of new security features that shall be added to the new national ID cards.
One is the MLI, or the multi-laser image. It shall be at the bottom of the card, like here. It shall turn and change. What is this trying to do? It's embedded within that polycarbonate. The MRZ, or the machine readable zone, that one existed in our previous cards. It's this one. It is ICAO compliant. We have a wider barcode this time with one fingerprint, one iris, and I think one photo, and some textual details. The new thing is we have a QR code for online authentication, meaning when you read the QR code, it will give a link that will lead you to your information, but you will be required to consent or give a biometric for us to know that it is you seeking your information.
The newly incorporated features are designed to enhance security and safeguarding video privacy, while also strengthening the credibility and integrity of the country's identification system.
So for those of you who photocopy and copy this thing, we shall now be able to know you, even a normal person. Those who usually overlay this image, they shall notice that the overlaid image does not coordinate with the image within the multi-laser image. We have also embedded a picture in the map of Uganda, the same picture. So your picture will be here in the MLI and embedded here. So even if you don't have very expensive gadgets, you'll be able to pick the card and know that somebody has attempted to tamper with it, or it's actually the original card.
In the same spirit, NIRA is committed to ensuring that non-citizens are barred from enrolling and consequently obtaining national IDs, as the Executive Director, Rosemary Chisembe, expounds.
They empowered our registration assistants to register you. We'll take your biometrics, we'll take everything, but they will tell us that this person's citizenship is what? Is in doubt. Why would we register you when we think that you are not a Ugandan? Because if we don't register you here, you may go there and pay someone else to what? To register you. So now we are registering you, keeping you on our register, and we shall be able around government to know that you attempted to register as a Ugandan when you were not.
The mass enrollment exercise is targeting approximately 17.2 million Ugandans and the renewal of 15.8 million cards that are expiring in June 2025. As of today, the National Identification Register contains biographic and biometric records of 27.7 million Ugandans. Joseph Kabale, Uctv News.
The Kebu and Lendu communities in Alangi, Aka and other parts of Zombo district have voiced serious concerns about being marginalized in their own region. Speaking during a tribunal engagement organized by the Equal Opportunities Commission in Alangi sub-county, community members highlighted persistent challenges including inadequate access to social services, limited economic opportunities and underrepresentation in local government structures. Now Patrick Andama, member of the Lendu community, emphasized the urgent need for inclusive development, noting that both tribes often feel excluded from key decision-making processes that affect their livelihood.
The Kebo and Lendo communities in Alangi, Aka and other parts of Zombo district are expressing concerns about marginalization of their tribes in the district. The communities raised this alarm during a tribunal engagement with the Equal Opportunity Commission held in Alangi sub-county Zombo district. Patrick Andama, a Lendobai tribe, outlined limited representation in local government or decision-making processes in Zombo district. Andama added that there is inadequate access to social services, infrastructure, or economic opportunities for Lendo and Kebo respectively.
I talk now among the Lendu community, there is nothing like a well-established secondary school. That creates a very long distance for our students to go and study in secondary school. We call upon the government to also think about us, especially in Aka sub-county. We are really in need of that. When it comes to the infrastructural development, you see we have poor roads, we lack water and all sorts of services, especially electricity itself. We see poles in Aka Health Center 3, that's Samonyo, but they are not functional at all.
Rose Alivuni, a Kebobai tribe, revealed that she was denied an opportunity to become district education officer for Zombo district when she applied for the job, as she accused section of the district leaders for cultural or linguistic barriers.
I wanted to be in Zombo district as a DO. I was not taken because I'm a Kebu girl. We were two, even the inspector was not taken because he's a Kebu. So for us, we need really justice so that we work very well as the Kebu girls.
Musema Miraj, head of legal services of the Equal Opportunity Commission, assured the affected tribes that they will have community mobilization and advocacy to promote dialogue with local authorities in Zombo district. Musema confirmed his office has received delegations lodged against Zombo district officials about the matter.
Today's engagement was all about the complaint brought to the commission by the ethnic tribes living in Zombo, namely the Kebu and the Lendu. They have made many allegations about the following: 1, appointment into the statutory bodies; 2, into the health sector; 3, into district service commission, saying that they are not employed, they are not considered, the district even doesn't plan for them. We have had a public inquiry. We have listened to their views. We have listened to the views of Lendus and Kebus and the district. Now we are going to make recommendations after here.
In response, Ephraim Komakech, Principal Assistant Kao Zombo District, who represented Chief Administrative Officer Zombo, refuted the allegations but said when job advertisement is made, it is not only for Lendu and Kebo, but for all Ugandans. Komakech affirmed that they will have potential collaborations with other stakeholders in Alangi sub-county for equal service delivery.
The administration department is a coordinating department, and that fact is not there because whenever advert is made, it is made for qualified Ugandans. It is not made for qualified Kebo or qualified Lendu or qualified Alur. So that is what I wanted to explain and let it be got very clearly.
However, Denise Tusime, a member of Equal Opportunity Commission who presided over the tribunal hearing, noted that in order to address these concerns, it might require inclusive governance and representation for targeted development initiatives, cultural sensitivity, and understanding among the two tribes in the district.
Yeah, basically, what we have done today, we have listened to the people. We have heard from both sides, so we shall go and there are some documents we have asked the district authorities to avail so that we get to know the real truth. That is, when we get them, we have given them 1 week to avail them. When we get them, that's when we shall sit and make a decision.
This indicates that there should be conflict resolution mechanisms to be used so that the minority tribes benefit from government programs in the country.
Away from that, let's take a look at what makes history today in our segment Today in History. And that's it for the Wednesday edition of UCTV News. My name is Sunday Gloria Abwatch.